How do I diagnose RC motor rotor issues? If you are facing issues with your remote control motor, especially the rotor, you might be wondering how to diagnose the problem effectively. Let's break down the steps to help you identify rotor issues in your remote control motor. Start with a visual inspection. First, remove the motor casing to access the rotor. Look closely at the rotor magnets for any damage. Check for cracks, chips, or even missing pieces. Many rotors have magnets wrapped in protective Kevlar and epoxy. If this wrapping is damaged, the rotor is likely compromised. Next, inspect the rotor shaft. Look for bends, wear, or damage where it contacts the bearings. A seized bearing can cause shaft damage since the shaft spins instead of the bearing. Also, check for any unusual debris or residue. Be careful not to remove factory-applied balancing putty on the rotor, as this is important for smooth operation. Now let's move on to mechanical checks. Spin the rotor by hand to feel for smoothness. If you notice any grinding, resistance, or wobbling, this suggests mechanical issues. Check the condition of the bearings as well. Seized or rough bearings can affect rotor performance and may mimic rotor faults. For electrical testing, grab a multimeter to check the motor windings and rotor continuity. Although the rotor in brushless motors contains permanent magnets and no windings, verifying the motor phases can help identify related electrical faults. You can also use specialized tools like a brushless motor analyzer. This tool tests rotor performance under load and at various speeds, detecting imbalances or failures in the rotor. Next, let's talk about operational testing. Run the motor in a controlled environment, like on a test bench or in your remote control vehicle. Listen for unusual noises such as grinding or rattling. Monitor the motor temperature as well. Excessive heat can indicate rotor or bearing problems. Observe the motor performance under load. A failing rotor may cause reduced power, inconsistent speed, or sudden stalls. If you want to go a step further, you can analyze electrical signals like current, voltage, torque, and speed for patterns consistent with rotor faults. However, this is typically more advanced and less common in remote control toys. In practical terms, the most common rotor issues are physical damage to magnets or shaft problems caused by bearing failure. If you find that the rotor is damaged, replacement is often necessary, as repair options are limited. Regular maintenance, including cleaning and bearing lubrication, can help prevent rotor issues. By combining visual checks, mechanical feel, electrical measurements, and operational testing, you can accurately diagnose rotor problems and decide whether repair or replacement is needed for your remote control motor.